Hello again. We are still in the winter of Larchmont, although it's getting a little nicer. Tonight we're going out to dinner with some friends, so I'm taking some wine to the restaurant, as you've seen me do many times. This is the Chateauneuf du Pape by Pierre Usseglio from 2005, and it's the Cuve de mon Aieul, my ancestor, if you want, Cuve that they make. And again, 2005 was really good year. I mean, the big years in the early 2000, 2001, 2005, 2007, those are made. 2007 is almost mythical in a lot of these Chateauneuf properties. 2005 is a close second. 2003, as we discussed a couple of times with a couple of bottles, there was a huge heat wave, so it did have an impact on some of the how cooked sometimes some of the wines were. Anyway, this is 2005. Pierre Usseglio is one of the two Usseglio brothers. Raymond is his brother. He has an entirely separate domain. They're both the sons of Francis Usseglio, came in the late 40s from Italy to work in the vines. As came as a laborer, he started making wine, and he started having his own domain when he died. Pierre took over the family business, the Francis Usseglio business, and it's called Pierre Usseglio, and his brother Raymond started his own, and they've both been very phenomenally successful, very high quality properties. Pierre makes a couple of different Chateauneuf. There's a base Chateauneuf called the Tradition. There is this Cuvée de mon Aieul. There is Réserve des Deux Frères, and there's a Not For You. Not For You is a little kind of funny. It's one barrel that they pick every year, and I don't know if they even make it every year, and they age it in 300-liter wood barrels just to give it a different finish. This is 100% Grenache from 3 different properties. So you get the sandy, you got the rocky, and they pick, this is a mix of these 3 properties. One of them is in La Croix with the pebbles, that is famous for that. It's vines that are aged between 75 and 90 years. And it's not destemmed, it's whole cluster, and it's aged in concrete only, no wood. And so that is supposed to give it the purest expression, if you want, of what Grenache is going to give you on that particular year from those terroirs. I opened it. I'm cheating a little bit. I didn't take very much because I don't want my friends to feel shortchanged, just enough to taste it. The color, it's got a little bit of that sort of, it's very clear, and it's a little light, as you can tell, which we've seen happens in some of these old Chateauneufs. So it is light. I wouldn't say it's bricked yet. It's pretty even. So it doesn't even have this really light edge that you sometimes see in really old wines. And I'd just say it's sort of, it just gives me this nice lightish color that I like about Chateauneufs. On the nose, it's still so much fruit, which is just incredible. It's cooked fruit. It's sort of almost a little bit charred fruit. It's plum. It's a little bit of licorice just under the cover here. But that cooked, almost charred, some people say, you get some of that, tar notion, but to me it's more like almost charred fruit, beyond sort of cooked and sweet, a little bit beyond that. And I just think it's just incredibly rich. It's a almost 15% alcohol, which we've seen with the Chateauneufs. It just gives you this notion. Let's just see what it tastes like. The mouthfeel, it just radiates throughout your skull in a way, like from your palate, from your cheeks. Incredibly intense, but still not overpowering, just very intense sensations. Again, this like sort of radiating throughout, in a circle throughout your mouth. lots of alcohol, and very, very fine tannins. So I just think it's kind of like it's not gonna sort of fight with you as some of these big Chateauneufs do. Let's just try again. You know, as I said, the licorice, a little bit of the garlic, you know, herbs starts showing up. I think it needs, I opened it 2 hours ago, but maybe it needs a little bit more time. But that intensity of fruit is really, to me, what sort of prevails upon anything else. It's going to be an interesting evening. See you guys soon.